When did your kid accidentally become your best wingman? I had a final interview for my dream marketing job. My babysitter got food poisoning an hour before, so I had to bring my 4-year-old daughter, Clara. Huge mistake. We're sitting in the corporate lobby when Clara notices all the professionally dressed people. Mommy, why is everyone wearing costumes? She asks loudly. They're not costumes, sweetie. That's how people dress for work. Clara studies a man in a suit. He looks like a penguin. The receptionist is trying not to smile when Mr. Patterson, the hiring manager, comes to get us. Clara immediately stares at his bald head. Mister, where did your hair go? Clara, that's not polite. I whisper. But Mr. Patterson laughs. I lost it gradually over the years. Clara nods seriously. Did you check under your bed? That's where I find my missing toys. We walk into his office and Clara points at his degrees. Why does he have so many certificates? Did he win contests? Those are college degrees. I explain. Clara looks impressed. Can you help me with my ABCs? Mr. Patterson starts the interview. Tell me about your marketing experience. Before I can answer, Clara interrupts. Mommy's really good at selling things. She convinced Daddy to buy a unicorn pool float, and he hates unicorns. Mr. Patterson raises an eyebrow. That does sound like effective marketing. Clara continues helpfully. She also makes Daddy eat vegetables by hiding them in his food. That's sneaky marketing, right? I'm mortified, but Mr. Patterson is grinning. Your daughter makes excellent points about consumer psychology. Clara beams. I'm very smart. I think I'm smarter than both my parents. During the portfolio review, Clara climbs onto a chair. Mommy, these pictures are boring. Where are the cartoons? These are advertisements for grown-ups. Clara studies my work critically. Adults like boring things. That's why they watch the news instead of Lewis. Mr. Patterson is trying not to laugh. What would make these ads better? Clara. Clara considers this seriously. More colors and maybe some dinosaurs. Everyone likes dinosaurs. That's actually innovative thinking. Mr. Patterson says when he asks about my strengths, Clara jumps in again. Mommy's super organized. She color codes everything, but she's really messy when she cooks. Daddy says she destroys the kitchen like a tornado. I want to disappear, but Mr. Patterson is entertained. So, you're detail-oriented, but creative. Clara nods enthusiastically, and she talks to herself when she's working. Sometimes she argues with the computer. The conversation turns to salary expectations. Clara's ears perk up. Mommy, that's a lot of money. Can we buy a pony? We're not buying a pony, Clara. Clara turns to Mr. Patterson, conspirator ally. She always says that, but I'm wearing her down. Last week, she said maybe instead of no. Mr. Patterson chuckles. Persistent negotiation skills. Near the end, Clara notices Mr. Patterson's family photos. Is that your wife? She's pretty. You should tell her that more. Daddy forgets sometimes. And then Mommy gets grumpy. Mr. Patterson looks touched. Clara continues her relationship counseling. Also, flowers help, not expensive ones. Pick them from outside. It's more romantic and cheaper. As we're wrapping up, Clara asks innocently, Mr. Patterson, do you like my mommy? Because she really wants this job. She practiced her answers in the mirror. I'm dying inside. But Mr. Patterson smiles warmly. I think your mommy is very qualified, Clara. Clara nods approvingly. Good, because if you don't hire her, she'll probably cry. She did that when Starbucks ran out of her favorite coffee. Mr. Patterson loses it completely. Well, we certainly can't have that as we're leaving. Clara turns back. Mr. Patterson, if you give Mommy the job, I'll draw you a dinosaur for your boring office. It'll make it more fun. 3 days later, Mr. Patterson called to offer me the position. He said Clara was the most compelling character reference he'd ever encountered. When I told Clara the good news, she thought for a moment and said, Mommy, does this mean I'm your boss now? Because I'm the one who got you the job. I started laughing and said, No, sweetie, you're not my boss. Sarah looked disappointed. That's not fair. I did all the talking.